This is Bob. He just finished attending a conference in Milan and he wants to wander around the city before going back to his country. Although he has a limited time, he wants to get the best travel experience as possible. What can he do? First, he can explore some popular travel websites. Second, he can ask for his friends' suggestions. Third, he can also look if there's any interesting events going on right now in Milan, which of course match with his interests. But how many hours do you think Bob must spend to make up his plan? Luckily, a friend recommends Bob to use Triplus. This application will generate personalized travel suggestions based on his profile and interest, his friend's experience, and Triplus database. Let's see how Bob can come up with a quick decisions just with a few clicks. This is Triplus app. Bob gets the option to sign up with or without social media account. However, it is highly advised that you sign up using your social media account so that the information provided will suit your preference best. It may take a while to analyze Bob's profile. Then, Bob can start exploring his first trip. The location is predefined by Bob's phone's location service, but he can also change it. If he has any special needs, like disability assistance, he can also give additional input. In this case, only places that are disabled friendly will be shown. Once he's done, he can check the recommendation. This is a list of personalized travel destinations for Bob. This list is built to meet Bob's preference according to 3 parameters. First, Bob's interest determined from his social media profile. Second, number of Bob's friends who have visited this place. And third, number of Triplus users with the similar demographic profile with Bob who have been to this place. Bob can also know further about the type of friends who have been to this place. This indicator will help him to check if his peers' interest is really similar with his or not. So this is the full list. We can check some practical information by clicking on the one of the pictures, and the same indicators can also be found in restaurant. For events, Bob's Facebook page likes will help the system to narrow down only ongoing and upcoming events that he may be interested in. Now, let's start making selections. Bob can pick any places that he would like to visit by swiping on it. Then, click Create Trip. The system will generate a travel plan based on the best route calculation. Nevertheless, Bob is allowed to adjust the schedule by dragging each row to another. The default starting time is the next 15 minutes after the current time to give Bob enough time to read the schedule. The default starting point is Bob's current location. Both information can be changed by Bob. Looking at the total visiting and traveling time, Bob must spend at least 2 days to visit all the places that he has chosen. Suggestions for duration time is obtained from third-party API. Bob can alter his plan by clicking on the corresponding icons on the right side. This row shows ongoing promotion near to the visited place. Bob can also reload other deals or disable it. This is the full schedule. Triplus also provides the map view of Bob's travel plan, including places that may be important during his journey, such as wheelchair rental service for Bob's disability needs. Bob can also see some places located nearby his route and add them to the schedule by clicking on the corresponding points. Once everything looks good, Bob can save the trip. He will be asked by the app if he wants to keep track of his schedule. This is important to ensure gets on every place on time. Triplus uses Bob GPS for this option. He can also choose not to use this service. See, just in few minutes, Bob can make decisions on his travel plan by the assistant of Triplus. He can now download the offline map from this page. For the next trip, he can narrow the personalization further by setting his interest in the My Profile page. Now, let's close the app and let Bob enjoy his trip. He seems having fun in his first stop in San Siro Stadium. 15 minutes before the allocated time here, a notification from Triplus will appear on his smartphone. Then, let's assume Bob is having another good time in his second stop. According to the schedule, he should leave the place by 4:11 p.m. However, After taking so many beautiful photos, Bob just realized that it's already 5 p.m. He checks his phone and finds notification from Triplus. The app offers Bob the option to reorganize the remaining schedule in order to keep up with his overstay in the current place. His schedule will then be rearranged automatically if the phone is connected to the network. With the new schedule, Bob won't have enough time to visit Duomo di Milano because it will be closed at 6 p.m. and more than 1 hour is normally required to visit the place, including the queuing time. Bob can either insist to visit the place, remove this place, or move the place to the next day. After all, Bob is happy with the assistance given by Triplus and decides to create another trip soon. So, are you interested to use Triplus? We are. Triplus, your on-the-go travel assistant. We want to make sure your trip is well spent.